Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I got to talk about Bam Margera again. The clip that I'm talking about, it's a short clip. It's only about 20 seconds long. It'll be right down in the video description, right down below. It's from Instagram, so you guys could watch it yourselves. Here's the thing. I'm not doing this video to troll Bam, to bang on Bam, to put Bam down, to make fun of Bam. That is not my goal here. Let me see how to put this. Bam makes himself a good example of what not to do. Like when I talk about I'm a recovering addict, I have 17 years, and on the 23rd it'll be exactly 17 years and 9 months on July 23rd that I've been completely clean and sober. And watching Bam in this little clip, his Instagram clip here, it gives me the opportunity to share with you guys what I believe is behavior that's detrimental to recovery, to being in recovery, that's not conducive to being happy in recovery. I think that sums it up. My goal here isn't really to troll Bam. It's really not. It just works out good that way. No, I'm just kidding. It's just people do view this. His name gets a lot of views, and it gives me the opportunity to share with you guys some of my thoughts on this. Okay, let's talk about this now. Let's see if I can remember this by memory. He says, to all you hot air buffoons and trolls out there. Okay, he says that apparently people are busting him about not taking pictures, not having his son. He calls his son Phoenix the Wolf. And that's kind of weird. Why is that what you want to call your son, the Wolf? Why would you want your kid to be called the Wolf? I don't know if that's like macho or cool or something. So he says he's aggravated because people are asking him, hey, where's your son? Apparently that's what he's mad at. And he says to all you trolls and hot air buffoons out there that are taking retours of the zoo. That's exactly what he said, I guess, because he went to the zoo. And all you trolls and buffoons on the interweb that are on the interweb, he says it's in the court's best interest that the mother and father don't post things on the internet, on social media. These are just a few little points here that I don't understand. I can understand it not being in the kid's best interest. Maybe he misspoke. What in the court's best interest? Does he mean, maybe he means that the attorneys and the court would rather the mother and father not, do a war of posting, who has the son most. I took the kid to the zoo. I took the kid to the museum. I took the kid, maybe that's what he's trying to say. I don't know. It's kind of, if I really, sometimes I really start to wonder if he's clean and sober by some of the stuff he says. I think he's just aggravated in this clip. All right. So then he goes on to say, he says, it's not in the court's best interest, and that's why he's not posting pictures of himself. And he says he is with this kid. He's just not posting pictures. And for all the people out there to shut their holes before he puts his 2-inch hose in it, I think. If you're mad at somebody's self-deprecation, making fun of yourself, that's not the way I would go. It's just, it sounds, he makes himself a target. He really does. He's angry that people are busting on him, but he really goes out of his way to make himself a target. All right, this is my real point here. The Serenity Prayer is basically, don't switch the channel yet, but listen to me. If you don't understand what the Serenity Prayer means, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. Okay? What people say about you, what people say, what they do, how they drive, cutting you off in traffic, those are things that you cannot control. The people on the internet are going to say things, and these are things that you cannot control. There's no purpose in getting angry at this. That people, and here's the other thing. This is I've said this before. People that send people, I'll get people busting me, saying all sorts of ridiculous things. People that disagree with me, that don't like me, and there's only been like I think one or two people in the last 5-6 years that I actually had to block. And they did some pretty horrible. They started what's it called? They started posting like what they thought was my phone number and stuff like crazy stuff like that. But this is what I say: I don't reward bad behavior. When he goes, what does he think's going to happen? Okay, so he's angry that people are trolling him. Asking, hey, where's your kid? So he goes on and makes a video, all angry, saying, hey, this is why I'm not with my kid. What is going to be the result of that when these trolls see this? Are they going to go, wow, I didn't know Bam felt that way. We better stop doing that. No, of course not. Does this guy think at all? By going on Instagram and making these videos, he's making himself a freaking target. He's making himself a magnet for people trolling him. He's giving attention. He's calling these people out. They're getting attention. They're getting what they want. I'm not here to say it's right or wrong or whatever about taking the kids to the zoo or trolling them about it. But there's some things that this is my point. There's the serenity prayer. There's in recovery, I swear to God, this gave me so much peace. I've told you guys before, I've had problems with my anger, especially like on the road and stuff. I've done some crazy things where I got out of the car in the intersection and ran over and started crazy stuff. And I started asking myself, I can't change no matter what I do. It's not up to me to teach other people a lesson. It's not up to me. I can't change how other people are going to drive no matter what I do. More than likely, if I make a big deal about it, it's just going to make the situation worse. Like with what Bam is doing in this video. He's not even thinking. Does he really believe that the people are going to stop doing this because he made this video? No, they're going to do it more. He's making himself a target more, and he's just causing himself more negative feelings, more anxiety, and that's the kind of stuff that honestly does tend to lead you back into, I'm not saying just this one incident, but when this stuff starts piling up and you're all aggravated, and you're all tense and you can't get sleep, and these are the things that could lead you back to relapsing. It's just these little things, I swear to God. The serenity prayer, it sounds goofy. It's like just for today. These little catchphrases from NA and AA, I used to think they were goofy, but they make sense. They really do. Bam needs serenity, man. Don't even address this. What people say on the internet about him having his kid at the zoo or not having his kid at the zoo has no bearing on his life whatsoever. But the more that he goes on and Instagram and makes these videos and makes a big stink about it and talks about his little 2-inch hose, and he's making himself a freaking target. It's like he wants people to bang on him. If I didn't know better, I think he's just trying to get more attention, negative attention, because it almost seems like he's going out of his way to do this. Bam needs serenity, man. You can't change. People are going to do what they're going to do. You can't change what people are going to say, how they're going to look at you, and it doesn't really matter. It does. If you know yourself, it doesn't matter. It does not change anything in my life, what people think of me. Bam needs serenity. Recovery is possible. I've been clean and sober since October 23rd of 2006. I'll say it again. Recovery is possible. The link's down below. Have a good Tuesday.